Hi, my name is Garrett. I'm a florist down here at Smale Riverfront Park in downtown Cincinnati. I want to welcome you. We're doing a little tour through our gardens in celebration of Pollinator Month, which this year we're celebrating in September as opposed to normally June. And like I said, let's take a walk through our gardens. This is downtown Cincinnati, so it's a little urban, a little background noise you might be picking up, but I just want to point out some things that maybe you can incorporate into your own flower beds or gardens in your house to support your local wildlife and pollinators. So if you look over here, you'll see our lovely prairie plantings. A lot of these were collected from our own prairies that we have in other parks such as French and as well as I guess other areas. But we'll stop right here for a minute and take a look at this plant right here. This is called false sunflower, Heliopsis helianthoides. This is one of our, if you come through Smale and you see the large swaths of yellow flowers throughout the park, this is probably the plant that you're seeing. It's very reliable, very tough, reseeds quite a bit, so I recommend planting it in an area where you want to have that profusion of yellow blooms. And really great performer for us. And now I did mention that September of this year we're celebrating Pollinator Month. So why are pollinators important? First off, 90% of flowering plants depend on pollinators to produce seed, which in turn is where we get most of our food from. So if it's not a grain, it requires pollinators. So all your fruits, your vegetables, your nuts, all those things are very dependent on pollinators. Without them, we would lose a lot of the foods we depend on. So right here is another fantastic plant. This is a Joe Pye weed. If you want a bloom that's kind of through, I guess, beginning of summer all the way up until fall, this is a wonderful plant for that. It supports a lot of pollinators, a lot of bees, wasps, beetles and flies as well. So one plant in particular that I'd like to point out is our common milkweed. If you're a fan of monarch butterflies, this is one of the plants that they really depend on. Now there are a few different species of milkweed. The common one is one that they in particular really love. This is a really pretty interesting plant. The flowers are really unique. The seed pods are these large, spiky looking things. Really pretty fun. If you want a plant with a lot of texture that's pretty tough, this is a great one to put into your yard. And like I said, it benefits monarchs as well as other pollinators. And then right here, just a little way down the line, here we have ironweed. This is a really great late season bloomer. So if you want this bright, brilliant purple in your yard, I couldn't recommend a better plant. Again, it can be a little exuberant, so I would plant this in an area where you have some space for it. But if you want to support pollinators later on into the season, this will bloom potentially all the way until the end of October, maybe a little earlier than that. But these late flowering plants, a lot of pollinators really depend on those to get enough energy and pollen to either overwinter or to lay eggs that'll make the whole next generation of pollinators for next year. So I wanted to thank you for joining me on this walk and tour through Smale Riverfront Park. Like I said, September's Pollinator Month, or at least we're celebrating it in September, so get out there, visit your local parks, see what's in flower, and go out and have a great hike. So my name is Garrett. Thank you again, and have a great day.